You think you got it bad, my friends? I think I need to switch to the realist news background on this one because this is super serial. Zero Hedge, or no, well, I don't think it was Zero Hedge I actually got this from, but Argentina to hike interest rates to 75% as inflation nears 100%. 75% interest rate hike. What kind of house do you think you could afford with rates like that? Argentina's central bank raised its benchmark interest rate on Thursday in a bid to prop up its currency and curb inflation, which is nearing 100%. The central bank boosted its benchmark liquid, or L-E-L-I-Q, LELIQ? Brown, what's that? Bad, LELIQ, brown. The central bank boosted its benchmark LELIQ rate by 5.5 percentage points to 75%, according to an emailed statement. The move comes a day after data showed consumer prices jumped nearly 79% per year in August, which is the fastest pace in 30 years. It was the bank's 9th rate hike this year. I've done videos in the past on the old channel that's been nicked about Argentina once or twice, and how their dollar was a dollar with ours. I think it was 1-to-1 at one point. And then like the 90s or late 90s, then the currency crisis happened, and then it went to 3-to-1 overnight. So people decided, you know what? I'm going to get smart. I'm going to put, cash, US dollar cash, in a separate account. So if this ever happens again, my dollars will go up in value, and the local peso or whatever it is, Argentine peso, whatever, will go down. Fine. So people did that. Now I'm going back years now. So they did that. Guess what happened? Middle of the night, same thing happens again. By government decree, while you were sleeping, anybody with US dollars in their bank account, we're going to give you 1-to-1 the peso, Argentine peso, which is crashing against the US dollar. But it doesn't matter. If you have $10,000 of US currency, you're going to have 10,000 of these pesos. Even if it's 3-to-1, another 3-to-1 smackdown, doesn't matter. That's what happened. But if those people held gold, precious metals, or even crypto for that matter, of course, this was years ago, there wasn't really crypto, but they had gold, silver, they could have still protected their wealth, because they could take that gold and silver and sell it for the inflated or 3-to-1 devaluation and get a bunch more pesos, which would equate the same as the old dollar, US dollar. And here we are again. Again, Argentina's in the news. I mean, economists surveyed by the central bank forecast inflation will accelerate to 95% by the end of the year. Central banks across Latin America have raised rates this year to combat high inflation, but prices have continued to stay hot as high levels of all cash workers and businesses make monetary policy less effective than in developed economies. Argentina's central bank made incremental rate increases early in the year, but over the past 3 months, it ramped up its hikes with a combined 23% point increase since July. Don't cry for me, Argentina. That was a little bit of Madonna mixed in with that song. Last night I dreamt of San Pedro. But this is, I mean, this is serious. And you guys want to leave the United States and go to other countries? I'm leaving the US. I'm going to go to... You're the gringo. I've told you this. You're the gringo. And when stuff gets tough, they're all going to stick. They're going to stick together. Hey, gringos got stuff. We don't. Gringo, we liked you when everything was nice. Everything was peaceful. Our dollar was okay, you know. But desperate times call for desperate measures. And we love you, but sorry. And yes, I expect our own dollar to have a nice nosedive. But I think you're going to see a strong dollar first against all the other currencies. And then it comes home. So if you're thinking of buying something in another country or whatever, like if you're looking at something like that, you may have one hell of an opportunity to buy something dirt freaking cheap because of the exchange rate. And I just so happen to be looking for an upgraded helicopter. I need a 4 or 5 seat helicopter now, and I'd like an MD-500 turbine version. And there's an HS model, which is basically the same thing, that I think is over somewhere in the UK or Europe, somewhere over there. And I think they're using British pounds as the currency. And I'm like, our dollar goes up, that keeps going down. I'm going to keep going. It's getting pretty close to a sweet spot where I may have to say, you know what? I'll pay for shipping, put it in the shipping container, get that effing thing over here. Because the price is right. And nothing happened. My dollar got stronger, your dollar got weaker. But this is just amazing. I mean, 75% interest rate? What? We're trying to combat inflation. What?